Okay, we are live on Facebook. Welcome everybody. Sorry that I am a little late to the punch here. I was trying to live stream on Instagram and unfortunately it wasn't working. So today we're going to talk about 3 tips to creating residual income even if you don't have an online influence or online marketing experience. I'm going to talk to you guys about some principles where you can grow your business, create residual income, even as a practitioner or health influencer. So the first thing that you really need to understand is that your database is your most overlooked asset. So that means that as a practitioner, you've been marketing, you've been creating a patient base, you've been creating a client base probably for years, okay? Or if you're just starting out, you need to start collecting and creating to create a patient base or a client base, right? You need to network and let people know what you're doing. So no matter what, if you are a practitioner, you have had to learn how to get clients, okay? And what you don't understand is oftentimes you are overlooking the fact that you have this database and they're coming to you for chiropractic or health coaching or nutrition or functional medicine or whatever it is that you do, okay? They're coming to you for this advice and you're giving them generally one thing. Maybe you'll give them some expertise on some other things. So like, let's say you're a chiropractor and you're like adjusting them, right? And then maybe you're giving them some health tips and stuff, but you're not really giving them anything tangible that they can like go and research and learn about. You're just kind of saying, well, this is what I do because you've done the research, you've done the work, you have the knowledge because you went to school and you've went to all these seminars. And so you just assume by telling them, oh, I do this lifestyle thing that they should figure out how to do it themselves, right? A lot of people need that direction. So you can generally think about as a chiropractor. First of all, let me tell you a story. So Russell Brunson actually tells this story and it happened to him. And for some of you chiropractors, this is going to totally like upset you. It upset me when I heard it, right? And I'm not even a chiropractor, but basically he was creating this wrestling Olympic team. He was going to like do this whole thing with wrestling and the Olympics. And he created this whole home gym and they had a chiropractor come and adjust him every day after wrestling. And it was awesome, right? Well, one day the chiropractor couldn't come. And so one of the wrestlers was like, well, we need to get adjusted. So I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to look up how to do an adjustment and I'm just going to adjust everybody. And he adjusted everybody and they were like, oh, that was great. Great job. Right. And so then Russell calls the chiropractor and he's like, oh my gosh, you're never going to believe this, but our chiropractor couldn't make it. And so what happened is we went ahead and looked it up on YouTube, how to adjust. And this guy just adjusted us all and it was nuts. And of course, this chiropractor was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. That's like the worst thing you could ever do. Like so many things could have happened and you probably did it the wrong way. And I'm sure you could have hurt him and you go like, you're practicing without a license and he freaked out, right? He was all mad. And so Russell says to the guy, he says, his name's Chad. He goes, Chad, what else? Like, what did you guys learn in chiropractic school? What did you guys learn more than how to adjust? And he was like, yeah, we learned way more than how to adjust. We learned about, soft tissue and nutrition and lifestyle and sleep and hormones and like all the things that he learned in school. He was like, we learned all these things. And he's like, well, why are you just selling the adjustment? Now, a lot of chiropractors will be like, oh my gosh, the adjustment's powerful enough on its own. Like you don't need to sell anything else. The adjustment's so powerful, it turns on the nervous system and all these things, right? But what you have to remember is you have way more knowledge than just the adjustment, okay? And I don't say just the adjustment to downplay the adjustment. Adjustment's powerful. But what you have to remember is there's all these things that support the nervous system, right? And you might be telling them that, but you're not selling them any of those things. So now this chiropractor, and remember, Russell's a marketing guy. He's not like some chiropractic marketing genius. He just understands marketing, right? And so he coached him and he says, you not only as a chiropractor need to create this value for the adjustment, but there's so much more that you can create and there's way more money that you can make if you're also smart in business. So Tony Robbins actually talks about this. He talks about how when you're an artist or a healer, okay, and you want to be an entrepreneur, you can't just go out there and create your art and expect the money to flow. You also have to tap into that entrepreneur side of yourself and learn how to market your business. Right? And so one of the things that I'm going to teach you today is how to tap into your expertise and market it to your current client base so that you can actually make more income. So I want you to think about 3 or 4 things that you are absolutely expert in. Maybe it's nutrition, maybe it's functional medicine, maybe it's biochemistry, maybe it's essential oils. Whatever it is, I want you to write down the things that you are super expert in. And then I want you to take your database that you have already worked super hard to create offline with your brick and mortar. And I want you to start talking to your database weekly and teaching them what you know as an expert in your field. Okay. You can talk about chiropractic. Absolutely. Right. You can talk about whatever else it is that you want to talk about. Maybe it's emotional stress. Maybe you're like this expert in emotional stress because you went through this, right? So that's the first thing you need to do is look at your most overlooked asset, which is your knowledge and your database, and start having it work together. Okay. That's the two things. The third thing that you need to do is have something else that is authentic in your business that you can also sell, that becomes a residual piece, right? Because as a chiropractor or massage therapist or whatever it is, product that you're selling, energy medicine, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be there to have the money come in, unless you have an associate doctor and you've set yourself up for a residual piece that way. But you still want to have a product that you can sell that doesn't require you to be there at all times, that coincides with what you are teaching. So if you're teaching about nutrition, you should have a product that enhances people's nutrition that not only they can purchase from you, but you can drop ship to them, meaning you don't have to be there for them to purchase. You're giving them the education. They're clicking on an affiliate link or something. In my case, I'm talking about doTERRA essential oils. You want to give them a way to purchase things that you're teaching, okay? And this is how you create multiple streams of residual income. You have the power and knowledge within. You just have to know how to market yourself better. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions, drop it below, comment below. I'd love to talk to you. For those of you that don't know me, I have 20 years alternative medicine experience, 10 years essential oil, and 20 years in business, 22 years in business being an entrepreneur. And I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment, share this post, let me know what you learned. If I can help you, and if you want to join my group, Essential Oils Practitioners Group, go ahead and go on Facebook and look us up, Essential Oils Practitioners Group. It's also my link in bio on Instagram and on Facebook. It's in my link in bio and the pinned on my Healthy and Wise with Melody Watts. So hope you guys enjoyed this tip and have an awesome day.